Hey guys, it's Penguin here, and welcome back to another gold making video. Now today we're going to be talking about Old World Enchanting, and the reason for this is because I have made a video very similar to this. However, I posted that around pre-patch of Shadowlands, so it has been definitely, a very long time since that video has been updated. So I just wanted to talk about Old World Enchanting once again, show you guys a TSM group, show you how much gold I've made, and all of that. But we are going to get right into this video. So the reason why we're talking about Old World Enchanting is because I believe that it is very good for any starters or anybody who's trying to get into the older markets. A lot of people, whether they've asked me in YouTube comments or asked me in Discord, a lot of people have asked about how or what markets I should expand into, Shadowlands and non-Shadowlands stuff. And normally, my first go-to Old World items is going to be enchanting. The reason for this is because a profession, let's say like leatherworking or tailoring, a lot of the old world items that are valuable and that sell are transmog pieces, which means that there are going to be a lot of profit per item. However, it's going to take a long time to sell that item. For example, if we just want to look up, there's a glacial robe like this set right here. This is a very common, transmog old world tailoring set, and they sell for a pretty good profit. As you can see, each of these are carrying 6 to 7k profit each, but that sell rate is super low. At the very low end with the waist, it's a 0.01, and then on the high end with the robe, it's a 0.03. So that's what happens a lot of the old world markets, besides mounts and pets and companions. A lot of them is going to be transmog, which is just not very friendly in terms of sale rate. So of course, if you have a huge batch of transmog, this would work perfectly, but that is why I always recommend enchanting, because the items move super fast, and it's also very cheap to get started. On screen now, there'll be a more in-depth breakdown of all of the calculations that I did, but I used the website wow-professions.com to get the average amount of supplies that you need to rank up each Old World expansion. We have Classic, TBC, Wrath of the Lich King, Cataclysm, Pandaria, WoD, and the only one I do not have on this list currently is I do not have Legion, because you actually don't need a lot of stuff to actually level up Legion, and I also do not have Battle for Azeroth, because that was just the previous expansion, and technically it's old world, but a lot of the items don't sell super well. But right now on screen, you'll see a more detailed list of the exact price per item. I am using NA region averages, so if you're on EU, you might see different numbers, and of course, if you're on NA, you might see prices a little bit cheaper or a little bit higher, but this is the NA average, and as you can see, to level up fully your enchanting, all of the expansions that I listed, it's going to cost you about 32,000 gold, which is a very small amount of gold that you're going to be making with as much profit you'll be making. If you look at the breakdowns, as you can see that the hypnotic dust and that type of section is actually what's causing it to be so expensive. 17 or almost 18,000 gold of that 32,000 is just coming from that one expansion. So definitely, if you don't want to level up Cataclysm right away, completely understand, because it is hefty. But to level all 5 of these expansions, it's only going to cost you about 32,000 gold, which I believe is completely reasonable. Now, if we just wanted to quickly open up my ledger data, with my revenue, what I have done is I have selected in Old World, I have selected Enchanting. Now, actually, if you guys want this exact same TSM group, this Enchanting TSM group, you can find it on my Discord, and there's just a free tool section. You can just download this. It's the exact same group. It's just named a little bit differently because it's a separate group, not in this exact same format, but this group is free to use. The only requirements is that you need TSM, the latest update, and then also you just have to import it and join the Discord to get that code. Also, I can definitely put it in the description for you who do not use Discord. Also, just a quick promotion type thing. This group that you're seeing right now, this is beta stages of the TSM profile that I'm going to be releasing. The TSM profile itself is going to be free to use. I'm going to be posting it on my Discord, just like all my spreadsheets and my other groups. But if you do want to help me, fix the issues, fix the bugs, also kind of give me your personal feedback. My Patreons are doing that right now. That also means that you are going to have early access to this. Right now, if you are a Patreon, you do have this group. Keep in mind, this is still like beta version 2. But if you are interested in that type of thing and you don't want to wait for it, which probably will be about a month or so, then for sure, if you want, you can check out Patreon below. But with that being said, that's not what we're going to be talking about today. I am going to select this group, and as you can see, I have sold about 880 items for 500,000 gold. Now, this is selected at all time, and the reason for that is because recently, due to moving and just not really doing a lot of old world stuff, I have definitely been slacking. I mean, you can tell. It goes 2 days to 5 days to 6 days, and then we automatically jump to 14. If we keep going back, we automatically jump to 30. We go from 36 to 42 to 47. So personally, I have definitely been very, very, not on top of it. But this is my all-time sales of this group. I mean, if we want to look at the last 60 days, as you can see, it's nothing special. It's 38,000 gold, but that is only 72 items. So if you did, stay on top of it, as you can see, like I posted this one day 2 days ago, and I had a ton of sales. Of course, about 14 days ago, I also had a ton of sales. Few days in between, I had a few, and then of course, I never posted for some of these days. So out of the 72 items I sold, 38,000 gold is definitely a huge amount. Of course, this is sales data, but I'm going to show you exactly how much profit you're going to be receiving in just a second. But I mean, overall, this is just something you're going to add to your, overall markets and everything. And it's just going to bring in a little bit more gold over time. And it really does not have a huge maintenance. But yeah, out of all times, I've sold about 900 items, and we've made about 500,000 or a little over 500,000 gold in revenue. But I am going to quickly show you an example restock. The most important thing here is that you're going to want to make sure you restock this group. I would say every week to 2 weeks, depending on your server population and depending on your sales. How this group is set up is that the more sought after enchants, you create 5 of them, and the more, not very sought after, the lower sell rate and more expensive enchants, or you're making 3 of them. So depending on how many sales you're seeing, you're definitely going to want to be restocking. But I have personally not followed that same advice, so I haven't restocked this in quite a long time. But if I do wanted to restock this right here, as you can see, we have that ×3 and that ×5. But if we hit restock, as you can see, I have about 53 enchants which I have to restock, which is not bad at all. Kind of like I said with the leveling up cost of Old World Enchanting, the reason why it's my favorite is, first of all, the sell rates are very good, and second of all, the profit margins are amazing. As you can see, right now, I'm going to be investing about 7,000 gold, and I'm going to be making almost 30,000 on top of that. So I'm basically tripling, quadrupling my cost investment, which is amazing, definitely for not a lot of effort at all. So crafting 53 items going to cost me about 7,000 gold, and I'll get almost 30k profit out of just these simple Old World enchants. The reason why people buy these is they're great for alt leveling, few twinks happen here and there, and really it's just great for like alts and all of that. And of course you do have those Tome of Illusions, which can give people that cosmetic look that they're looking for. But to just give you a rundown on how to quickly restock all of this and see how simple it is, once you kind of hit that restock group, under gathering, make sure you have your crafter and that enchanting selected. It will tell you exactly what you need. Then all you have to do is open your task list. Sadly, a lot of that stuff is going to be spam in your screen, but you can just close that down and it will tell me exactly what I need to buy from the auction house. So what I can do is open up that browsing feature, and then I can just hit the scan all button. What this will do is automatically scan everything that I'm looking for. And as you can see, sadly, right now, a lot of these things are way over my budget price. Eternal Waters, the reason why I'm not going to buy this is because you can buy these from a vendor inside of Old Northrend, so I'm going to skip that one. But this one right here, it is below that 100%, and I do need this, so I'm going to select Buy Out. And as you can see, it's automatically going to highlight as many that I need. So for the Greater Cosmic Essence, as you can see, I automatically need 8, so it selects that right there. The one thing you do have to be careful about is that there are baiters in TSM posting high prices just for you to fall into this trap. Let's see if we can catch one right now. This is kind of an example right here. Of course, this isn't a drastic bait, but as you can see, it says that I need 8 lesser essence, so it highlights those 2 for 9 gold, and then it highlights 6 of them for 28 gold. The issue is that both of these are extremely high priced, so TSM does not really care about that. It automatically will always highlight exactly what you need. I sadly cannot get an exact example of a bait, but this is somebody trying to do it. The reason why, if you have ever seen people, have these things, have these materials posted for 100,000+ gold, the reason for that is, let's say somebody was buying, 2,000 of the Rich Illusion Dust, TSM would automatically try to select 2,000, which it's telling me I can't, but it will try to highlight as much as it can, and all you have to do is be somebody and just hit buy commodity, and you accidentally just spent, almost 1,000,000 gold. So the only downside about this task list is the fact that there are people who abuse the system and try to, catch you and not pay attention and cause you to make a mistake. So that is that one thing I want to warn you about. The reason why is because I've had it happen by experience, so you definitely do not want to be that person. But this is great. You can just go through here, you can hit buy, and it will slowly delete as much as you get all of that. And then last step is that you just select everything that you bought, open up the crafting menu, and then you can hit craft next. I only bought one thing, so I'm barely going to be able to craft anything, but that is how simple this takes. I mean, to hit restock, go to the gather menu, hit open task list, open the auction house, run a scan, come back here and craft. I mean, maybe that will take you 4 minutes to do. And then, of course, depending on how much you're crafting, you are going to have actually that crafting time as well. But in my case, I mean, it might take 2 minutes to get all the materials, and then I have about 1.5 minutes crafting. So in about 3.5 minutes, I have made 30k profit once the items all sell. So this is just a great example of easy markets to expand into. Of course, the highlighted items that you're going to be wanting to get is the Tome of Illusions. Those are always the best, and there's some glorious enchants and other things which are very good. The best thing you can do is just look up, needed enchants for ults, stuff like that, but all of that is in the group, so you don't have to worry about it. Just hit restock, and of course, craft as much as you can, but I hope this video encourages you to get into Old World Enchanting, and if you're somebody who wanted to get into it but just never had the time to do so, I hope you are able to and you can utilize the groups to benefit you. But thank you guys so much for watching. This was a little bit of a shorter video, but there's not much to say on this topic, and there's no spreadsheets or calculations involved, so hopefully you do enjoy this shorter video. But if you guys haven't already, I already talked about it, but be sure to join the Discord down below. That's where you're going to be notified, especially right now during my move-in and during my school starting process. I'm starting college, so right now scheduling is a little bit silly, so definitely if you want to join the Discord to make sure you have the fastest news available to you, definitely do so. But thank you guys so much for watching, and of course, have a good day.